welcome back to Disrupting Diabetes. Please continue to like, share and subscribe to our channel and keep following my journey. A special guest today. This is my son Logan.
G'day,
and Logan, and on earlier videos I did mention I issued a challenge to the rest of my family prior to my diagnosis that I was going to go on a year-long weight loss competition with I tried to get the 3 of my children, but I have 3 children. I've got Logan's the oldest. He's, how old are you? 27. 27. I've got a son, Connor. He's 24, and then I've got a daughter, Gabriella, who's 21. So Logan and Gabriella agreed, and the deal was that I put up, we all went and did a DEXA scan, all about the same time, it was early January. I put up $500 for the first. Well, DEXA scans are taken usually every 3 months, so $500 for the first 3-month winner, which I got easily. $500 for the 6-month winner, and $1,000 at the end of the year. So Logan and Gabrielle are taking up the challenge. You'll see in the first DEXA scan, I won that. I got 7% body fat loss. And Logan, you got, what was it, 3?
Yeah, 3.5, I think, around.
So how did you feel? Were you a bit disappointed, or is it a wake-up call?
Probably disappointed because obviously I was the biggest. I carried more weight than everyone else, so I thought I was a shoo-in to win.
You thought the weight would drop off you early because you had plenty there.
Yeah, well, I have more fat to lose, so it's a higher percentage of body fat, but that was when you lost a lot of weight. I lost a bit of weight, but
yeah, so I went, I just went on the low calorie, like I said, 800 calories a day, and
which I didn't.
Went to the gym, but I knew I was going to win the first one without a drama.
Yeah.
But now I've got a little bit of competition. Yeah. We're now, we in nearly 6 months now?
Yeah, coming up to be nearly time to take our second test.
Yeah.
Or our 6-month scan anyway.
And the first DEXA scan, you'll see Logan was 129 kilos and 40.3. And at the moment, we're now in July. What are you sitting at weight-wise?
111 this morning when I weighed myself.
Yeah, which is fantastic result. So that's, what's that in, you're close to, it's
about 20. Well, at my heaviest, I was 135 kilos, which is probably a month or 6-8 weeks before that first scan.
Mm-hmm.
Which now I'm 111, so
yeah, so that's a great result.
Dropped 24 kilos in 6.5, 7 months.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 7 months.
Yep. Which is fantastic, and so what's changed from the first DEXA scan? Like, you've obviously ramped it up a bit.
Yeah, My diet strickened up a bit. I exercised. I feel like the weight got easier to lose as my mobility and got better, and my weight loss come down. It sort of all worked as one, a bit of a snowball where your diet gets better, your mobility, your fitness gets better. You can.
So, what's your diet?
No processed foods. I eat a lot of meat, eggs. My diet today, for example, at the moment, I had 2 cans of tuna, 2 boiled eggs, a banana this afternoon before I went to the gym, and now I'm going to go home and have a piece of steak. So
yeah, so you've basically gone down, the keto,
all
processed carbs gone.
Yeah, I don't need any processed food, carbs. I don't eat any carbs. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't eat. Sunday I have a bad meal or a bit of a blowout, but I don't know. For me, that's my way of managing being pretty strict through the week and eating a good diet throughout the rest of the week.
So that's your diet. Now talk to us. I know you've increased your exercise. Well, gradually you've increased it to. You're doing a fair bit of exercise now.
Yeah.
And which is great. He's actually got back on the soccer field at 27 years of age. When was the last time you played soccer?
Probably 15, 16 was my last year.
Which is a great effort to come that far in such a short time. And I went and watched him. He set himself a challenge, which I think would be incredible if he did it, of playing first grade for a local soccer side. But he's kicked off at as reserve in third grade.
Third grade, yeah.
And he got, first time I'd seen him play, and I could notice, his mobility improved and obviously lost a lot of weight. And he got 10 minutes as a reserve.
Yeah.
So, big ask, but...
you got to have goals, I think.
Yeah, true. So you exercise, you're obviously gymming a fair bit. You just come from the gym?
Yeah. I gym every day in terms of lifting weight, not so much cardio sort of stuff. I've been pretty lucky probably meeting the right people at the right times with fitness and exercise. A few of the boys or the whole team that I play with there at Camel are really supportive of me and what I'm trying to do, but a few people in particular, Robbie Walker, one of my mates' dads, he's pretty fit. I think Dad's actually started playing soccer with him recently too.
He's 59, I think he is, or close to 60, and
still
I'm in the over 45 side. Campbell, he's probably fittest guy or close to the fittest guy in the team. He's the runner.
He runs around like an 18-year-old, but Robbie's been really good to me. Pushes me. Every Tuesday, Thursday we train, and then not so much Sundays. Sundays when we play. But training, we were doing a bit of. Was that Monday nights? Monday nights too in daylight saving summer. An hour of sort of more cardio based bodyweight exercise, which was Robbie's sort of set them up for us, and they were pretty hard. But yeah, that's hit Robbie sort of Monday nights, Tuesday, Thursday. That's where I get most of my cardio. I get pushed pretty hard there at soccer.
And exercise, you're exercising every day, which not many people are going to do that. And you're weighing out exercise, a bad diet. So he's backing that up with the diet.
Yeah.
You're not as strict as me. I know you give yourself a cheat day, which is fine. Everyone's got their different way of doing it. But the main thing that processed carbs gone.
Yeah.
Alcohol. I know you've never been a big drinker anyway.
I've never been a big drinker, but I don't drink. Like, if I drink, I might drink once every 6 months, if that. I'm lucky to do that. It's never really excited me, alcohol.
Yeah. So you're just water,
coffee. Yeah, I've never drunk any sort of aerated drink since I've been a kid. Anything with bubbles in it, so it's pretty easy for me to stick with my water and my coffee.
Yeah. So I think it's a big effort to come on here and we're telling the world about your story, and I'm pretty proud of what you're doing. And my daughter didn't want to come on. She wants to lose a bit more weight, but you're facing up to it. And I suppose I heard an interesting quote the other day. You can't fix what you don't face, and you're facing it. And you've struggled with weight most of your life.
Yeah, whole life. I lost a lot of weight when I was in year 12 at school.
Yeah.
You getting to that age where you start to go out. Lost a lot of weight quickly. I was just running and eating nothing, to be honest.
Yeah, basically starving yourself.
Yeah, I lost a lot of weight in a quick time.
And how you feeling eating-wise? Like, are you getting hungry?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I honestly don't. That's something I found, that cutting out the shit food is your energy levels stay a lot more consistent. You don't get peaks of energy that turns into a slump.
Which is your carb crashes.
Yeah, sure. Which is something I've learned or something I've noticed. And you don't get hungry. I don't know, you eat shit food, you might feel for an hour that you've eaten and you feel okay, and then you start to want to graze and eat again.
Yep.
I think the natural foods is whole foods, meat.
And what about, like, now I'm only eating probably 4 or 5 days a week. I'll only eat the one meal. And if I have to, it'll be probably between, say, 12, 1 o'clock, and then I'll eat maybe 6:30, and that's it.
Yeah.
Are you, which basically intermittent fasting?
Yeah, I don't eat before 12 o'clock. And it's not a I don't have that in my head that that's what I'm going to get to. I just don't feel like eating.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's just that your body says, okay, they get used to it. Well, my body
I have my
used to it.
coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
That gets me through, and then around 12, 1 o'clock, I'll start to feel a bit peckish, and that's when I have my lunch.
Yeah.
And that'll get me through to, if I have something of a night, a piece of meat, more than likely, majority of the time. Yeah, it's not a strict set times, got to eat after this time. It's just when I feel like eating.
Yeah, that's basically how I feel. When I'm hungry, you eat, and then now don't count calories, and I just eat until my body says I've had enough, because I'm mainly eating meat only, eggs, a little bit of fermented vegetables. But yeah, your body tells you.
Another thing I notice is probably how little food you actually need to, if you're eating the right food, to feel satisfied and to feel energized. You eat a lot of shit and feel shit and have no energy, or you can eat decent food, not eat much of it, feel full and feel energized. So that's something I learned. I don't know, we always eat good food growing up, but just ate too much of it.
Italian background, we ate a lot of pastas, a lot of breads.
Too much of it, and something I realised the last 3 months is I never knew when to stop eating, in terms of I would eat till I was always full.
Yeah.
Instead of just eating till I'm satisfied. And
yep.
I don't know. My whole concept of food has changed a lot in terms of I know when to stop and I know when I need food, and yeah, instead of just eating because it's breakfast or eating because it's lunch or eating because it's dinner.
A lot of people eat by the clock, and you don't have to. You eat when if you're eating the right food, your body will say, yep, you've had enough. Or it'll tell you when you want to eat, and you just eat until you're satisfied.
Yeah.
As long as you put the right stuff in your body will tell you. Yeah, and I know, like, I found it interesting. We were doing I mentioned it earlier with Rob and Logan's friends. We were doing, not so now because it was during daylight saving, but we're doing a cardio session, and it was a really good workout. But I found it funny because some of your mates would say, well, they were calorie counting. So their theory was you can eat whatever you want as long as you stay under this amount of calories. So we were doing this session where, like, you just basically finished and so hot and sweaty and bothered, and I knew what I was eating. I might have eaten before and I was going home to have a steak. And some of the boys would say, well, I've got 400 calories to go tonight, and I'm going to have that with an ice cream or...
Yeah. A few of the boys work out to eat shit, really. So, it's the only reason they exercise or go to the gym.
Like, I know one of them was Nick and Dan. They were just... we can do whatever we want as long as we stay under these calories.
Yeah, Nick's funny. His calorie counter goes off when he eats shit, and it comes back on when he eats good. So yeah, but nah, yeah, that's how they do. That's how they do their weight loss, bit of fitness. Not so much weight loss, but talking about Nick, I can't just bag him. He's been really good to me. Sort of from when I was the biggest I was, he's
been very supportive.
Helped me from the minute I started going to the gym. Even little things, showing me how to use machines or programs, this or that. All my mates and even you and all the boys at the soccer club, all that. There's so many supportive people. I think if you're willing to have a go, people are willing to help you. So,
and it makes it easier with a support person. I know Renelle, she come on the diet with me, and without that, I wouldn't have been able to. It'd be so much harder to do this on your own.
Yeah, and my partner, I should mention my partner.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably should mention her. Yeah, we got married in Europe, but she's obviously great support network too. Whatever I want to do, she supports me. She's lost a lot of weight too.
Yeah, she's doing the same sort of thing.
We eat the same food. She's doing really well. She started playing netball again this year too. So you need the right people around. In terms of support network, but I think if you're willing to have a go and you dedicate yourself, then the right people will end up hanging around and helping. So.
Yep. If you're prepared to have a go, there's a lot of people that support you.
Yeah, for sure.
So this time last year we were in Europe, all of us, and you got married over there.
Yeah.
And I know before that you went on a little bit of a weight loss journey, just like everyone does when they're going to get married, and you dropped a few kilos.
Yeah.
But I know once you got there, we all met up in Italy, but you went to Greece, I went to Spain before that. We all met up in Italy, and I know when you got to Greece, you basically, all you wanted to do was send me photos of what you're eating and tell me how good the food is.
Yeah.
And by the time you got to that wedding, we had a wedding there with just immediate family.
Yeah.
If you come down the stairs and you said, I can't get into these pants.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a trigger or what triggered you into this weight loss journey you're on now.
Yeah, that probably wasn't a trigger. I obviously overindulged over there. It's hard not to.
Yeah.
But I've always carried weight.
Yeah.
It was sort of a now or never time for me. I think I'm getting older, as in getting close to my 30s. I'm thinking of like starting to, nearly at the age to start a family, and I felt like if it wasn't going to do it now, especially after seeing your diagnosis and the effect it had on you. I thought I sort of had to do it now, or I was never going to do it. It was only going to get harder too. If I got older and got fatter, I continued to put weight on. I was getting borderline, probably going over the line where I was getting too big. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen what the diagnosis for you having diabetes, the effect it had on you, mentally. Obviously, it took a toll on you, which sort of motivated me to do something as well. And I don't know, everyone got involved. We all want to try to lose weight.
Yeah.
We're a pretty competitive family between us. So if someone's doing something, everyone's trying to beat everyone, which is good. But yeah, no, there's no, I don't know, there wasn't a moment I look back at where I'm like, shit, I have to do something here. But it was more of a, tell yourself you're fat. You tell yourself, oh, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to lose weight. And I
That's right.
decided it was time to lose weight.
And I think the hardest thing with any weight loss, like for me, it was, once I got diagnosed, it was just, righto, tunnel vision for me, because I know the complications of diabetes, but it's a mindset. You got to buy into it, and then once you do, I think first 2 or 3 weeks, you can get into that, or get a little result, and then you're off and running.
The results are the things.
Yeah.
It's probably nothing worse than half-assing a diet, half-assing your exercise, and going back on the scales and seeing your weight sort of plateau or even go up. That is a kick in the gut. So I think if you want to lose weight, eat well, commit, and your first 2 weeks, if you really had a solid 2 weeks and committed, you could nearly lose the weight you can lose in 2 weeks when you change your diet completely. That can snowball. That can be the start of a snowball. So yeah, I think it's like anything in life. You just need to commit. You need to commit, and you'll get results if you put the work in.
And I know you had a few plateaus. Your sister's going through the same.
Yeah.
You've rang me a few times, and your sister's the same. Like, this is not working. And I just say, patience. Take some patience. Vitamin P.
Yeah, it is.
You just stick to your routine, and it'll continue to happen.
Yeah. There's no secret to it. I mean, everyone plateaus. I've been losing weight good probably the last 3 weeks, and I expect to lose a few more kilos, and then I'm probably realistically going to hit another plateau. So
yeah,
I don't know. You sort of plateau out 2 or 3 weeks, and then you sort of get in your head that you need to ramp it up again. Whether it be diet, like you tighten your diet up a little bit, not so much your exercise. And it's you sort of get in a stage where you need to do something a little bit fresh to not make it as stale. More so your exercise than your diet. But I don't know, you plateau, you sort of hold your weight a few weeks, and then you find that new little thing or a new little bit of inspiration, or you see something or whatever it is, it just gets you to back into routine, back into swing.
And how often you getting on the scales?
Oh, I'm bad for it.
Well, I weigh myself every day, but that's...
I weigh myself every morning. That's another thing that I've got really good with dealing is the way your weight fluctuates with water too is just amazing. Like, I can come home after training, jump on the scales and be 3 kilos less than I was in the morning. And I've eaten nothing during the day. Like, I mean, I've eaten a meal through the day and whatever, I've gone to soccer, but I'd be 3 or 4 kilos less than I was, and it's purely 3 kilos of it, 3.5 kilos more is purely fluid. So learning how much your weight fluctuates and it's just a number at the end of the day, really. Like,
it is.
It's going down.
And that's why it doesn't worry me. I know where I got to be, and it's just a habit for me. But a lot of people will be governed by the scale. And
the first few times there was a few dummy sketch. You just got to...
You're better off measuring yourself
and
taking measurements every 2 or 3 weeks. That's why DEXA scam's great. So, I mean, I'm really proud that you come on and you're putting it out there, and you know you're facing up to that you had to do something. And for me, I'm so grateful that you are, because I mean, I was always a fit, active guy, and I ended up developing diabetes, and you know, it's hereditary. Well, it's not hereditary, but the way you were going, you were probably going down that track too. And actually, you were the only one out of the 3 children where Logan's mother had gestational diabetes to go with it. So they say that's could be, well, another reason why people develop it. I was the only one out of my the 3 brothers. I was the only one who had it when my mother was pregnant too. So, I mean, you had a lot of risks there, and it's great to see that you're going down that track. And I mean, you put yourself out there, and obviously now you're a bit accountable for where you're going to end up. So, what are you hoping for, and what time frame, and what's the goal?
Time frame, not so sure. However long it takes me to get there is probably the right answer to that.
Yeah, which is a great answer, actually.
I don't think you can really put a cap on weight loss, or I don't know. To me, it's only going to lead to disappointment if I don't get there by the date I want. So I'm not really worried about a time frame. I started 135 kilos, 111 this morning. I wanna hit 85 on the scale. So I want to be able to say I lost 50 kilos. I think it's a big effort to lose anyway. It's a big effort, but to lose 50 kilos, the weight of a small human, is a big effort.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight. And that's very doable.
I think 85, my size, I'll be very lean, and it's going to be very hard to get the last probably 8, 10, 5 kilos off, but that's what I want to do.
Okay. Yep. Well, you've put yourself out there, and you've done a great job so far, 20 odd kilos already. So we're going to do another interview in, say, 3-4 months maybe, get your progress, and then, well, if you keep going, there'll be $1,000 sitting there at Christmas time, which I'm a bit pissed off that I'll have to pay. I thought I'd be getting a lot, but well, I'll be very, very happy to pay it out to you or your sister, and hopefully get your sister on shortly.
Yeah.
And let's continue disrupting diabetes, and also continue going down this healthy track, and we might be the healthiest family around.